to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I feel uneasy about you, Mr. Narrator / voice in my head, and it's dark now. I feel uneasy about you. I don't know whether to trust
Stanley
people.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Decisions. Alright, can I peek in here without something like trapping me? Think. Alright, well, we can recreate the scenario if we listen to what they say and go to the boss's office. So, let's go for mind control. Why not?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What the heck? So now we're actually in the lower part of the big TV room that they don't want us in.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
like
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This is a gigantic room. Wait a minute. Is this an
This
elevator?
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
This is gonna reset.
Was it
I
even
just know it.
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
This is gonna reset
utterly
it.
blind to the
You're
world?
gonna reset it one more time. I just know it.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Okay.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What does this do? Do I want to know what that did? It's just a button to push. And I don't necessarily like pushing just random buttons. I mean, I like pushing big red buttons, because that's normal, but... wait, what does that say back there? No, power facility. What does that say? Big red button. I can't push big red button? I can't push big red button. And I can't push anything here. Okay, this totally isn't ominous, and that's gonna shut behind... That didn't shut behind me. This totally isn't ominous.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Oh gosh. Why do you give me an on-off and then tell me I must turn it off? Oh, god dang it. I'm going with off. Well, there's my mouse. See light.
Blackness and a rising chill of
No,
uncertainty.
not quite. I see light. Right there,
Was it
vaguely.
over?
See light right there.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
This got very,
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
oh, these are stairs.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do,
You're gonna reset the game.
or
I'm,
how to
this
feel.
doesn't give me anything.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I can't yet. What if I don't want to step through the door? What if I don't want to step through your door? Wait, wasn't there a... This is one big screen, I just know it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I find it funny how the
The
music stopped
feeling
and
of
then restarted.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And that's not the end, is it? Wait, that was it? Is that really how he went? Wait a minute.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not gonna lie. Antechamber had its moments, and I know I keep bringing that up. Antechamber had its moments where it hurt your brain, but that was just puzzles. This has got its own little twisted thing. Oh. This has its own little twisted form of puzzle and confusion. It just said, you win the game with the achievement. Actually, I don't know if you can even see here on my Steam overlay. I don't know if you can. But it says, beat the game. Wait, what's this one? But there's at least 2 choices I haven't done yet. Because there's at least 2 choices. There's the one where I turn on the... Wait a minute. Did I take the same path? Did I take the same path? I did. So remember this. You walk past here. That's new.
When
that
Stanley
hallway
came to a
wasn't there.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna go to the boss's office just to speed things up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
In the
office.
boss's office, there was... Well, actually not in the office, but with the keypad. There was
Stepping
the
into his
choice.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley
Sorry.
wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling
that's-
books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
not
What
a
could
line.
its purpose be? In
Let's
fact,
see.
this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Well, I'm sorry.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Not more music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, I was gonna say, that's a new passageway. Button. Alright, so there's it. Because when you go into the mind control room, there you can turn it back on, which is another choice. Then you can also go through the path that says escape, and I have no idea what's that way. But you have at least 2 other choices.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're going to escape. Just have a feeling pushing you on
Although
button
this
just has
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I won't. You're just saying that to make me turn back, because it's still open.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Hey, you're just doing that to make me. I'm going this way.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I don't like how dark it's getting, though. Oh. That's ominous. Let's go for it. Oh, that does kill me. Okay. He wasn't lying that time. Oh, it does. So,
As the machine whirred into motion
Wait a minute.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this really is. Perhaps
wait a
his
minute.
death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly
wait a
accepted
minute.
this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Whoa,
Farewell, Stanley.
wait, what?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
Please
killing
no.
him instantly.
Please no. I'd like to... Oh, wait. Okay, now we've got another character. What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
No.
What
no,
exactly
do not
did the
restart it. What is
narrator
this?
think he was going to accomplish?
What is this? What is this? What is this room? What is this room? Don't restart it, don't restart it, don't restart it.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Step 2 open the first concrete piece of Stanley Parable design. Is this like a bonus room? Office computers. I cannot read what is there. That one's playing solitaire, and this one says employee database. Is this like a bonus room or something that, like, the developers put in there? Did I win or something? Did I, like, truly win or something? A selection of button sounds were used throughout the game when each button sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah, I noticed. Wait a minute.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you?
The entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These clips are... So did I just like basically win the game, or... I'm so confused. Wait a minute. Freedom ending. Monitor room elevator. Oh, wait, with exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Eh?
Can you see?
All I did was press
Can
E.
you see how much they need one another?
All I did was push E.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Was I actually supposed to quit the game? Oh. It's just gonna leave me at a black screen, isn't it? With the menu? I don't even... I don't know. I guess we won? I don't know. Somebody comment if... I'm gonna have to go like watch some videos to see how you actually beat this, or if there is even a win to it, or if it's just endless outcomes. I don't even... Oh, okay, there will probably be another episode of this when I try to figure out what the heck you do with it. So, in the meantime, if you liked the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
The green puff ball thing.
Wait, there's a